Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever flipped through an old family photo album or watched a classic black and white movie and just been captivated by the fashion? The elegant cardigans, the perfectly fitted sweaters, the delicate lace shawls. There's a timeless charm to them, isn't there? Well, what if I told you that you could recreate that magic with your own two hands? Today, we're diving deep into the wonderful world of vintage knitting, a classic style that's making a huge comeback. So, what exactly is vintage knitting? We're talking about patterns and styles from roughly the 1920s all the way through the 1970s. Each decade had its own unique flair. Think about the glamorous, form-fitting sweaters of the 1940s and 50s, designed to create that iconic hourglass silhouette, or the fun, bold, and often geometric designs of the 60s and 70s. These aren't just old patterns. They are pieces of history, reflecting the trends, the needs, and even the spirit of their time. During wartime, for instance, knitting wasn't just a hobby. It was a patriotic duty, with women knitting socks and sweaters for soldiers. These garments were made to be durable, practical, and warm. One of the reasons vintage knitting is seeing such a revival is its incredible attention to detail and construction. Modern patterns often prioritize speed and simplicity, which is great. But vintage patterns are a masterclass in shaping and fit. They use clever techniques like intricate darting, short rows, and unique shoulder constructions to create garments that drape beautifully on the body. It's not just about making a sweater. It's about tailoring with yarn. You'll find yourself learning so many new skills and gaining a much deeper appreciation for the craft. And the best part, the finished product is something truly special, a piece with character and a story. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds amazing, but where do I even start? Aren't old patterns hard to find and difficult to read? That used to be a challenge, but not anymore. Thanks to the internet, a treasure trove of vintage patterns is right at our fingertips. Websites like the Victoria and Albert Museum, online archives, and dedicated knitting communities have digitized thousands of patterns, many of them for free. Plus, a whole community of modern designers are reinterpreting and updating these classic patterns, making them easier for today's knitters to follow. They might rewrite the instructions, suggest modern yarn equivalents, or offer a wider range of sizes, so you get all the vintage charm with modern clarity. So, what are some key pieces you could try? A great starting point is a simple 1940s style vest, or a classic Fair Isle sweater. These projects introduce you to the shaping and colorwork techniques that are hallmarks of the era. Don't be afraid to experiment with yarn choices. While vintage patterns might call for specific types of wool, you can get beautiful results with modern merino, alpaca, or even cotton blends. The key is to do a gauge swatch. I know, but for vintage patterns, it's absolutely essential to get that perfect fit. It's your bridge between the past and the present. Vintage knitting is more than just a trend. It's a connection to the past and a move towards more sustainable, mindful fashion. By making our own clothes, we're creating heirlooms, pieces that are built to last and tell a story. It's about appreciating the skill, the artistry, and the history woven into every single stitch. So why not give it a try? Pick a decade that inspires you, find a pattern that catches your eye, and cast on a little piece of history. You might just discover your new favorite way to knit. Thanks so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this journey into vintage knitting, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more crafty content. I'd love to hear in the comments if you've ever tried a vintage pattern or which decade style is your favorite. Happy knitting, and I'll see you in the next video.